Today for this episode, we're going to be taking a look at this car, my car. Let's take a look. And, forgot the keys. I have to keep remembering that it turns the other way. If we take a look at what we have here for the wiring, right here we have the fuses, and I have tapped into one of the fuses going under here to this jumbled mess. There's a bit of background here. Right here, this is the cigarette lighter that came with the car. Now this is always on, regardless of whether the car is on or off. And this one is the one I added later. And the goal of this one was to have it turn on with the car. The reason for that is because I have a dash cam. The dash cam is set to turn on whenever the car turns on. Oh, whoops. Now my car is a little different, as I said, because the cigarette lighter that came with it always receives power. And always having that dash cam going is, well, not optimal. So I rewired this right here into the fuse that turns on with the dashboard, and that is only when the car turns on, and it's the correct voltage and everything. I had the dash cam's power plug plugged in to this one right here, and so it would turn on with the car. So as you can see, I never prettied this up. It has been hanging out like this for quite a while now. As it happens, a heavy object fell on it, and therefore there goes my wiring. Testing is fairly simple. Once you plug this in here, blue light comes on. As you can see, if I try to plug it in here, no blue light. And my first thought was, well, maybe ground is disconnected. But upon connecting ground here, still no blue light. I think I may have found the problem. It just needs to be plugged in a little better. Nope, still no blue light. Because the connection seems to be all good, I'm gonna next check the fuses. For safety reasons, making sure my key is off. The way these fuse taps work is they plug into the fuse spot. They have two fuses on them. One for the initial connection that the fuse is supposed to make, and the other to tap into, but that's also fused as well. Now, looking at this fuse looks good. This one, it's kind of hard to tell. To make sure that that fuse is good, I'm going to switch the fuses and see if the dashboard comes on and whether the power goes through the cigarette lighter. Okay, so you probably heard that magical sound. We've successfully diagnosed the problem. It is the fuse, because by switching the fuses, we could tell that the dash cam turned on and the dashboard lights do not turn on. Okay, so my guess is that when the object fell, it hit the wire here and it knocked the electrical tape off, and the positive end touched ground, therefore tripping the fuse. In search for a fuse, I happened to find the original cover. So as you can see right here, the cigarette lighter came out right here. But the problem is with that dip there, I couldn't plug in the external camera. I also found my car fuse cover. And nope, wrong fuses. I'm guessing I'm out because this is the box that the fuses originally came in. Next step, a trip to the store to buy some fuses. And yes, let's get some heat shrink tubing for those exposed wires. Now that that's working, let's rip out the wiring. Okay, so this mess of wires that I just ripped out of my car is going to be soon a revamped electronics project. Okay, so now we are going to test whether this mess of wires here is going to work. You gotta make sure to connect ground here. Okay, so at least the fuse didn't blow, but we still have to see whether the cigarette lighter works. Okay, so it didn't work on camera, but once I put it off camera and I wiggled the wires a bit, there's a blue light right there and a blue light right there. So we are getting power in both the cigarette lighter and the adapter for the dash cam. So with all that in mind, I'm going to keep an eye on it because there might be some kind of short in it, or maybe something just wasn't perfectly connected right. But yeah. Starts here and goes up into the top of the car like that, comes over so you can see a little bit right there, and it goes down, and then you can see a little bit right there, and it goes from here, and then from here, see it barely snakes up to here, and it goes into the plastic lining. With all the wire hidden, it's practically invisible. And that plastic lining follows this way and up and under to here. So now we have the two cigarette lighters, one right here, one right here, and we also have an extra USB port as well as power for the dash cam, and all of it comes on This wasn't actually the whole project. The next thing I'll need to do is to 3D print like a front lining for it. So if you look here, this used to have that cover that I showed before. I'll include a little snippet after editing. And yeah, so in the hopes that this will be like right here, the USB port will be right next to it, as well as the extra cigarette lighter. And that, so yeah, the difference again is that this cigarette lighter only comes on, well, actually it's always on, and this one always comes on when the car is on, not when it's off. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give it that good thumbs up. If you didn't, that good thumbs down. If you want more content like this, hit that subscribe button either here, or 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 here. And if you want to tell the world about anything, ever, then hit it in the comments down below. Thank you again, and have a great day.